she who walked between the old gods and the ash tree. They say her name was Amelia, though names can fade like chalk on stone. What mattered wasn't what she was called, but who she was. And she was known, not by many, and not loudly, but those who listened to the land, they heard her. She lived on the edge of the village, where the path turned feral and the trees began to lean inwards. Her cottage, a small place of stone and stubbornness, stood apart, about 200 yards from the old hall. It had always been just a cottage, nothing grand, nothing borrowed, built for living, not for legacy. Now it stood half sunk into the earth, swallowed by ivy and silence. She tended no church pews and spoke no creeds. Her altar was a flat stone behind her house, beneath the ash tree that grew as if it remembered something. Some said it had stood since before the Romans, that it drank deep from the well of things forgotten. Amelia would touch its bark with the same reverence a priest gives to bread. Children dared each other to peek through her windows. Most ran back breathless, claiming to have seen jars of smoke and feathers moving without wind. One swore she saw a cat with two tails curled by the fire. Another said Amelia had no reflection in the glass. But the old folk, those with cracked hands and eyes that still watched the moon's tide, they brought her eggs, honey, sometimes a little gossip wrapped in brown paper. She cured their aches with salves of beeswax and ash leaf. She knew the difference between pain that needed nettle and pain that needed touch. She never asked for coin, but she always gave something back. A bundle of herbs, a story sometimes, a warning. Once, when the vicar's dog went missing, the villagers searched high and low. Amelia said nothing, but 3 nights later the dog came back, paws muddy, eyes wiser. It never barked at the ash tree again. In winter, when the sun sat low like an old man too tired to stand, smoke still curled from Amelia's chimney. Her cat, ginger, long-haired, eyes like flint, sat watching the path, as if guarding a secret. And in the hush between snowflakes, sometimes, just sometimes, you could hear her singing, not in English, not in anything you could write down, but the crows always answered. Then one spring morning, she was gone. The cottage stayed empty. The garden grew wild, as if it too had been set free. The ash tree blossomed out of season, and when the council came to clear the place, they found no furniture, no papers, only a ring of stones around the ash, and a carving of runes on its bark, Mathin of the old gods. Some say she never left, that when you walk the edge of the wood, and the air changes, goes colder, older, it's because she's near, she who walked between the old gods and the ash tree, and still does.